Hi, this is Dr. Casey, the longevity doctor. There's been something that I've been wanting to share for a while, and today just seems like the right time. And I'd like to share with you a technique that I've used for dealing with pain. And I've been using this for probably 40, at least 40, maybe 45 years. Okay, almost all of my life. A technique that I have been using to get dental work done with no Novocaine, which usually freaks out your dentist. Go for it anyway. I mean, I used to go to Mexico for my dentist, and I was getting I don't know, a crown or something where, there was a lot of drilling. And I said, no, I don't use the Novocaine. I don't use the anesthesia. And he was drilling away and he kept saying, que valiente, que valiente. They always think you're crazy or really brave. And honestly, I don't think it's either. I encourage you to try some dental work. Anyway, that's just me. But I learned this technique from George Leonard, one of my years ago, who was one of my gurus and teachers, who is a very high-level black belt Aikido master. And he taught us this technique for dealing with pain. Now, first of all, I think it requires you understanding the concept of energy, which a lot of people talk about now, but I sure didn't learn about it in medical school. Energy? Too woo-woo. Anyway, if you live in the desert like I do, where we've had triple digits for, oh God, way too long, there's no question that we're getting energy streaming down into us in the form of sunlight. It's heat, it's light, it's energy, right? And so everything that's alive really is radiating or receiving some kind of energy. So it's like if you were to measure a human being right before and right after death, their body would be the same, right? Before it starts to rot. If you could measure everything and computerize it, it would be identical right before and right after death. But I hope that you are the kind of person that's going to be different alive than dead, right? You got something going on. And so what is that? Well, that's a whole nother conversation about what lives in us. But let's just say it's life force, which is another form of energy, electromagnetic energy. So we're very different dead than alive, right? So that concept of energy is something that's streaming everywhere around us, including in and around and through and outside of us. And so we can connect with that. That's where a lot of our health comes from, realizing that there is energy in the universe that I can actually use or take in. So given that, there are two parts of this technique for dealing with pain. Now, it's easier to do with a partner because it's kind of hard to make yourself hurt. I'm seeing this physical therapist who's a sadist, and she's always like using that massage gun until we scream, or digging in somewhere till we scream, and then she'll walk away and say, okay, now you do it yourself. Take the tennis ball and roll it around till it kills you. You can never make yourself hurt as much as somebody else can. But anyway, if you're going to do this alone, it can still work. So what we used to do in a partner thing, we'd give each other pain. And as I recall, we kind of did this thing where we pulled down on our hand until it hurt. And actually, you can get to a point where it hurts. It kind of hurts right now. You could also do it maybe with a finger. So you want to do something where you're causing yourself pain, right? Like so. Anyway, so first you want to get into a meditative state. So you want to do some breathing. Always good if you breathe from the belly. and not up and down in your chest. So we're going to realize that we live in an energetic universe. The other truth that I believe is that we believe in a beneficial universe. But that's another talk. So we live in a world of energy everywhere. So the first thing we're going to do when you're feeling the pain is open yourself up to accept the pain. Accept wherever it is. Maybe you've got chronic pain. Accept the pain. Don't fight it. Oh, I wish it would go away. Oh, we fight it. Accept the pain and circulate it throughout your whole body. So if it's like in your wrist right now, you're going to take that pain and feel it like electricity or warmth or anything that you might relate to energy, and start to circulate it throughout your entire body. And the more you feel the pain, just keep, so you're taking the pain away from the location where you're feeling it, and you're circulating it as energy, as a good thing in your body. So when you circulate it, who cares what you call the energy or what it is, but it's good for us. Who doesn't need more energy? So we're going to circulate that energy throughout an entire body. It's kind of a meditative thing. So we're feeling the pain. We're allowing it to circulate throughout the entire body. And as you do it, chances are you will feel more energized. So this is the first part of the exercise. Circulate, feel the energy, and it's going to dissipate because you're moving it along and you're taking it as a gift of energy. Here's the second part of the exercise that I really love, knowing that is a gift of energy. The next part is thank you more. Circulate. Thank you more. And you know, when I'm in the dental chair, I'm using both. I'm taking that, you know, that feeling and, you know, circulating it. And I'm saying thank you more, which helps us see it as a gift from the universe, a gift of energy. And I tell you, this works. So what whether you're here live or if you watch this on the replay, please try it and tell me that you tried it and tell me that it worked. Anyway, this is something you can add to your repertoire of healing and wellness and wholeness and gratitude and happiness and everything else. So have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you Friday for my regular Friday night live. Be well.